Hey, what's going on everybody, this is Deathbringer, and today I have got another Modern Warfare 3 commentary for you guys. This is Search and Destroy, and I have got yet another 20 plus kill game, and I'm just gonna give you like the overview of this game right now, because I've got a lot of things to talk about today. Some quite interesting things, and I think you're gonna be really like interested in what I'm gonna be saying about the topic that I've come up with. Alright then, so this is Outpost. I'm not a big fan of Outpost, it's not my kind of map. I'm using the PP90M1 today with the silencer, and I've been experimenting with different guns like this as well, like, because I don't want to keep uploading MP7 gameplays. I want to get a variety of guns like SMGs and stuff like that, or whatever else I decide to use. But I did have a lot of MP7 gameplays up a while back now, and I am trying to vary my content out a bit. And as you know, I've had a lot of montages out lately. I had a dual tage out, I had like a couple of mini edits, and I've kept it up with my commentaries. Yeah, I'm feeling in a great mood, guys. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you that little like heads up about what's happening in this gameplay. As I say, it's not my favourite map, so I was so very happy to get this beast gameplay. It is a special gameplay to me, this actually. 21 kills and 3 deaths. Alright then, I'm going to start off now by talking about the main topic of today. I was watching last night an event called Call of the Community 2. It's a Call of Duty tournament. You might have heard of it. It was aired last night live, and I will put a link in the description to the actual video. It was 8 hours long, and what it involved, it was a charity event. I need to get that point out. It was a charity event. It was for charity. What it involved was, it was gamers, famous YouTubers, and it was some MLG pros. They had picked the teams. Well-known people such as Fearcrads, Ken Burton, man, oh my god, that guy. To be fair, he wasn't one of the greatest players in that tournament. Let me think off the top of my head. The Trout, who else is there? Small Beans, they were all there. Grizz, everyone you can think of. Aviator were commentating, Hutch were commentating, C9ers were playing. There was just so many like big people. White Boy I heard were playing. Woody's Gamertag. Anybody you can think of, they were all there. All the big people, and they were competing in this tournament to get for charity. It was for fun, but it was competitive gaming. It was like something I haven't seen them people do that before. You know what I mean? And I just want to talk about what I thought about how they played, like, you know, do I think they're good players and stuff like that. Alright, so there was all these people, right, you know, like Small Beans, Zergriz, Apostle, Optic, all the Optic people were there. There were loads of people, right, on these different teams. And they were competing like one game. You had to win one game, and they went through to the next round, that sort of thing, and eventually they worked their way up to the finals and all that stuff. So, started off, they were doing capture the flag, right? I was watching them and I was thinking, wow, these are pretty beast players, these people on YouTube, you know what I mean? And they are really good at that kind of game mode, and I don't know, they seemed, I think they would do better than me in capture the flag, because I'm not a big capture the flag player, you know what I mean? I really don't like that game mode, so I don't know how I'd do if I were there participating. And I were watching them, and they were doing great like things like triple feeds, and I think in the last call of the community charity event, someone got a quad sniper kill, and that stuff like that were happening, like amazing stuff. And I think they were playing like Dorm and capture the flag, and it were very tactical. And it was really fun to watch. I do actually suggest you go click on that link after this video in the description. So yeah, I was seeing all these famous people playing. I was like, wow, these guys are actually pretty good. And then here comes the interesting bit, guys. They moved on to Search and Destroy, right? And I was like getting proper into this now. This was about 2 hours in. They had like the first search and destroy game between these two teams. I can't remember who they were, but there were some famous people, you know, big people. X-Jaws were there. I remember him playing X-Jaws. Search and destroy, right? And I'm watching it, and I'm looking at them, and you can really tell the difference. I'm not just saying this, and like you can really tell the difference in the way they play search and destroy and the way they play capture the flag, in terms of the fact that they aren't as good at search and destroy. And this kind of interested me. Right, it was like they were playing search and destroy on like bootleg and lockdown most of the time, right? I think they were the only two maps allowed or something, because they were playing full MLG rules. Like, it was an 8-second defuse. They weren't allowed certain perks. They weren't allowed shotguns. All sorts of like different rules. I actually looked it up on the internet. Just give it a quick Google. You'll see the rules. Just search MLG Pro rules Modern Warfare 3. You'll get the full set. They were allowed silencers, which this is where it's interesting. None of them were using silencers, but which I thought was a bit like dodgy sort of thing. I thought they could have used a silencer, and I reckon they probably would have got a few more kills, some of the people who were playing. And I'm watching them, and they were playing search and destroy, and I was thinking about the way I play it and stuff like this, and there was like they weren't using like there was like two guns they were using, ACR and SMGs, and PP90M1 and MP7 most likely they were using. As I say, none of them with silencers. So I was looking and I was like, alright, come on then, let's see some great search and destroy gameplay. And I've got a comment on this, my opinions. I was watching them, and they were just like, they were like lost, like they didn't fully know the routes and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, they would look like they were lost in the game, some of them big YouTubers. The MLG pros did well. They were like 10 kills in the match and stuff like that, and it was very entertaining. But I was watching these big YouTubers pointing out like X-Jaws, Zagre, Zollies. They kind of did look lost in search and destroy, and like I don't know if it was the pressure or what, but on the whole competitive thing. But I don't know, I was just looking and thinking, you know, these guys aren't the best search and destroy players, and it kind of gives me like a good feeling that I've got something unique about myself. That's kind of the point I'm trying to get out. Like, I give them their I really respect that they're really good at capture the flag and all them game modes, because I can't play them. So yeah, that is kind of my thoughts on it. Like you never see him play search and destroy, and it was really fun to watch. So I highly suggest you click on the link in the description, and you give me your opinions on these players if you can find the search and destroy matches in the 8-hour video. Alright then, this was 21-3 on Outpost, guys. PP90M1. I'll see you later, people. Have a nice day.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000!